boxing it's set up. Real quick, man. I just really think it's been just a lot of goofy stuff going on. Yeah, Triple G Canelo got canceled. Some people saying it's Triple G's fault. Some people ain't. And some people got mad when I made the Demetrius Andrade video about him and the Charlos, about a year ago. But the truth of the matter is, I mean, he had his chance to fight the Charlos. So if the Charlos don't want to waste their time on him, I really can't be mad at the Charlos for that. What I will say though is that him versus Golovkin would have been a good fight. But if Triple G doesn't want to do that, you know, I really can't be mad at him. The only thing I can be upset with Triple G for is a couple years ago playing those games with Ward. So it's boxing, y'all. Y'all gotta remember, Canelo say some stuff that ain't cool. Triple G and his team say some stuff that's bullshit. Andre say some stuff that everybody says some bullshit stuff when it comes to boxing. It's boxing. It's a dirty business. You got to keep the fans on their side, but at the same time, fans ain't stupid. So is it his fault? Is it Canelo's fault? Yeah, because if I've been preparing for one guy for 6 months and then all of a sudden he fails a test, I'd be pissed off. And then if I'm going to fight a top notch fighter, then I want to have more time to prepare. So that's probably why he tried to get Spike O'Sullivan just to get fans what they wanted to get. Um, as far as the number one contender, I think he's promoted by Lou DiBella. And what I will say about that is this: um, if he hasn't fought as mandatory in 2 years, then that's not good. But I thought for one of his belts, Jacobs was definitely a mandatory. And then some people say, what about a rematch for Danny Jacobs? I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses with Triple G, but that's just a short notice. Like, I'm sorry, if you've been preparing for somebody for 3 months, and then they pull out a month before, you like, man, shit. I just need to get in the ring and be active at this point. Now, if the next fight doesn't fight one of those top people, then I'll be like, okay, Triple G, you need to go ahead and give up your belts. But right now, it's 50-50, y'all. It's 50-50. Can you say Triple G should he be fighting a top tier fighter? Yeah, he should be. But if you've been preparing for somebody for that long, you're gonna want a cupcake fight just to stay active. So can't get mad at him on that. What HBO boxing has to do though, guys, HBO boxing has to sit down, seriously get some type of schedule together. They need to get, you know, 10, 15 guys who they really want. Uh, how do I say this? They need to get like what Al Heyman did with PBC. They need to get uh, just Andrade, um, Crawford. Um, what's another one? If Bradley's retiring, let me know if he's retiring. Get him. Uh, who else could you have that they have? Canelo, I don't know if he's staying with Golden Boy, staying with HBO. I don't know what his deal is. I don't know if Manny Pacquiao's with HBO anymore. But what HBO needs to do is get 20 good fighters. They need to get 2 dates every month. After they get the 2 dates every month, then make sure you go about your business and it makes sense. So that's all I can really say. But I mean, you can't really hate because Al Heyman is doing what he's supposed to do. That's just what it is. He's one heck of a mastermind. They tried to take him to court. Bob Arum tried to sue him. This person tried to say the premier boxing champions and tried the Muhammad Ali Act and all that crap. Al Heyman gets it done, man. He does what he's supposed to do. He takes care of his fighters. He's respectful. People love him. Leo Santa Cruz named his son after him. Don't matter what the fighter, race or ethnicity is from, Mexican, black, whatever. They love Al Heyman. He does stuff the right way, and that's what HBO boxing needs to start doing. Do stuff the right way. Pay your fighters. Be respectful. Stop creating a narrative saying we put on the best fights and just put on the best fights. That makes it the easiest way to go about your business. Just put on the best fights with your action. You don't have to sit there and chastise Floyd Mayweather or this. Get your best fighters, like I said before. Get Crawford, get Canelo, get Andrade, get Kovalov, get as many good fighters as you can get, and put them on. Give it to us twice a month. Don't sit there and say you got budget cuts. Give it to us twice a month. No bull crap. Don't put them on the same damn dates as PBC. That's another thing that drives me crazy with the HBO boxing. Stop putting stuff on the same date. Put stuff on separate dates so it could be that. Like what ESPN's doing this week with what's his name, Amir Khan. I believe Amir Khan is fighting on what day is that? I think he's fighting the same day as Broner Vargas. But what ESPN did was smart this time. What they did was they said, okay, we're going to put it on earlier. So if you live in the East Coast, it starts at 4:30 Eastern time. So you can watch that in the afternoon, and then right after that, the Broner Vargas fight will come on. So that was smart by ESPN. And if we did more of that in boxing, it'd be a lot less stupid stuff going on. Stop scheduling big fight. Like what was the last fight, y'all, where Kovalov fought? He fought on the same night as what was his name, Wilder and Ortiz. Who you think got the views? Who you think got the most views? Like that's just dumb. Like stop putting good fights on and try and compete. Work out a schedule. Stop being greedy and fix it. So do I think it's the end for HBO boxing? No, but they just have to restructure their schedule. They got to get some fighters. They got to get some fans back. They got to stop worrying about PBC. They got to stop worrying about Al Heyman. They got to start worrying about themselves and marketing stuff the right way. Then they can get back on top. Secondly, y'all, when it comes to what's the name, the Triple G thing, I don't think he's gonna have a fight against O'Sullivan. I don't even think he's gonna have a fight against Canelo again. I think they're gonna go their separate ways. Canelo said he ain't gonna never fight in Vegas again. Triple G is gonna call him names and all that other stuff. Will it be in September? I don't think so. They might fight again maybe next year. But I think what happens now is Triple G fights his mandatories next, and if he doesn't fight him in May, maybe in June. And people can get mad and say I'm making excuses for Triple G. No, I'm not making excuses for him. I think he ducked Ward. I definitely think he ducked some good fighters. But if you've been training for one damn fighter and then all of a sudden you got to fight another one, it's just not that easy in boxing. If Floyd was training for Canelo and then they was like, all right, well, we're going to fight you. You got to fight Zab Judah because Canelo pulled out. Floyd would be like, well, hold on, let me prepare for Zab Judah. You need more than 2 or 3 weeks to prepare for a top-notch fighter. So, not making excuses. Triple G definitely did step his competition up. However, I can understand him not wanting to just jump in the box with Andrade or Charlo, which Charlo would be a difficult because of the HBO dispute. Andrade would have made the most sense. Um, Other than that, man, everybody enjoy this weekend of boxing, man. It's going to be a fun, action-packed weekend with ESPN in Showtime fights. Broner versus Vargas. My prediction, it's going to be a hard one, guys. My prediction is probably going to be Jesse Vargas. I would hope that Broner proves everybody wrong, but my biggest beef with Vargas, or excuse me, my biggest beef with Broner is he'll talk a good one and then he'll go in there and he won't throw punches or something will happen. But it's boxing. He may hit Vargas with a clean shot and put him down and he can win. But the more consistent fighter is obviously Jesse Vargas. So I would go with him because I know what he's going to bring to the table. And then you never know. Broner might be so motivated because he knows at this point he only may be a gatekeeper. So he better win. But I'm going with Vargas. I'm going with Charlo. And obviously I'm going with Tank Davis. And then I'm going with Amir Khan to win. And then we'll see if Amir Khan fights Kell Brook next. That's something down the road. Joshua versus Wilder. If Joshua wants 50 mil, he's got to at least give Wilder like 20 mil. You know, offering him 12 million and then you get 50 million, then that's fine. And then you want him to come to the UK. That's fine and all, but then what are you going to do? What are you going to do if Wilder wins? Then if he turns around and says, no, give me 60 million. So if I want 60 million, then what do you have to say after that? If a guy wants 50 million and you're only giving a guy what's that, 20%, a little more than 20% of what you're getting, that's bull crap. Like somebody said, the champ can get more, but make it 60-40, something like that. Because this is what happened with Jacobs and Golovkin. They weren't about to fight because of this nonsense. So let's just make sure we make it fair. Let's make it 25 million, 50 million, or Let Joshua get 40 million and Wilder 20 million or something dumb like that. But if he's getting 50 million, I'm getting 12 million. I got to go to the UK. I gotta lose my title. All this other stuff. Is it worth it? So I don't see this fight happening for a long time until we get the purses together. I honestly see Tyson Fury fighting Wilder or Joshua before the next time around. But that's it, man. This is just my quick opinion on what's going on in the boxing world. Been a minute. Y'all can catch me over at NYC Boxing Fans or Philly Boxing Fans. We got plenty of likes over there. Been kind of staying away from YouTube here and there. Kind of goofy. They censor you a little too much. So been doing the Facebook Live more and the Twitch Live. And, hopefully Senate don't try and do something to Facebook because they want to blame Mark Zuckerberg for the election. But I don't want to get into politics on here. This weekend, good fight. Let me know who y'all got. Everybody have a good one. Peace.